Hi, I'm Anthony for New York Tech Geeks, and this is our review of the Samsung Galaxy S6 and Edge. First, let's start with the specs of the device. The Samsung Galaxy S6 and Edge come with a blue sapphire, a white, a gold/silver, and the S6 Flat comes with a light blue variant, and the S6 Edge comes with a green variant as well. But you will probably not see the blue and the green variants in your local carrier stores, which brings me to the AT&T logo on the back of ours. The AT&T logo is probably one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. That weird globe thing does not look attractive on the back of the phone. I'd rather see the Samsung logo. But I will say that it is a little bit more attractive than the giant 4G LTE logo that Verizon puts on the back of their models. Come on, Verizon and AT&T, stop putting your branding on Samsung's phones. It's not pretty. But the Samsung Galaxy S6 and Edge both come with a 5.1 Super AMOLED screen with saturated colors and deep blacks. If you were wondering if the QHD display on the Samsung Galaxy S6 makes any difference from the Samsung Galaxy S5, it's not really that big of a deal. It is an improvement, but not that much. And overall, the screen looks beautiful. Everything looks to be in order here. The Galaxy S6 comes with 32 gigabytes, or 64, or 128 gigabytes, depending on which model you pick up. The Exynos 7 octa-core processor with 3 gigabytes of RAM makes the phone have no stutter at all. This, combined with the stockification of TouchWiz, makes 40% less bloat on the actual phone than the S5. But after AT&T got their hands on it, they put all their useless apps on it, but Samsung did allow me to easily disable the AT&T apps, so I cannot really see them anymore. The S6 and S6 Edge are made from metal and glass instead of Samsung's usual plastic designs. This makes the phones feel very premium in hand, and the slimmed down bezels on the S6 help with handling over the S5, and surprisingly, it makes a big difference. And to further this enhancement, the edges on the S6 Edge make even a bigger difference with the handling. The glass design shows a lot of fingerprints on the back, so you should be conscious of that, but once you put on a case, it shouldn't matter that much. And I might also add that the black and blue version of the phone don't really show as many fingerprints as the gold version that we have. Now, how does the S6 perform in the real world? The 16 megapixel optical image stabilization camera with a 1.9 aperture opens with 2 clicks of the home button. The camera app loads fast and pictures and videos look great, with their crystal clear detail and their bright colors. Games play very well, and you rarely, if ever, see lag. The finger scanner is very much improved from the S5 finger scanner, but it still doesn't match Touch ID's quality on the iPhones. And this brings me to battery life. The battery on the S6 is a 2550 mAh, and on the S6 Edge you have a 2600 mAh. Now, both of these batteries are smaller than the S5's battery, but they still get around the same amount of battery life. But this all depends on signal strength. And sometimes when I have good signal all day, I get even more battery life than the S5. Now, the two main issues on this phone that most people are taking up with it are the lack of the SD card slot and the removable battery. However, these issues are not really that big of a deal in my book, because the removable battery is just a pain to switch out every day, and also I don't have the money to buy a new battery charging system every year when I get a new phone. Also, I didn't need an SD card slot for my 16 gigabyte S5, so I'm happy enough to just have 32 gigabytes on my S6. But since the battery life is not as good as, say, the Droid Turbo, wireless charging and fast charging are included in the phone. However, the wireless charger isn't included in the box. But they are very helpful for me when I have to recharge in the middle of the day. Now, let's talk about pricing. The S6 is $199 on contract, and the S6 Edge is $299 on contract, given that the Edge is a little bit more expensive to produce. Now, the Edge features includes a quick contacts, night clock, and quick notifications, which are all really gimmicks and they don't really do much. But if you're someone who wants to turn heads and have people ask you, hey, what's that phone? What does it do? Etc., etc., then I would go for the S6 Edge. But if you're someone who likes the looks of the iPhone and just want a solid Android device that will last you a couple years with a good camera and a good screen, then I would go for the S6 and save yourself the $100. Or spend the $100 on the 64GB model so you can have a little bit of extra storage. Now, I'm Anthony for New York Tech Geeks. Thanks for watching.